Hey, welcome back to Chants of Sennaar. Last time we finished up the gardens and now we're just stuck in the tunnels. And I have to admit, I still have no idea how we were going to progress today. So this is probably going to be like one of those episodes where I cut quite a lot while I'm running around and figuring some stuff out. But obviously all the interesting attempts I'm probably going to keep in there. Anyway, first thing I want to check out again is the compass, obviously, because we are still missing 5 symbols. One of them means compass, basically. Even though there's actually one character I want to check out again, because they use this, like this one symbol here. And it was something... I don't actually know in which context anymore. I really have to check it out again. It was like in the market area. So let's get over there. But before we get there, obviously, we have to check out the compass here again. It's kind of annoying, like, I say annoying, there are only 2 characters that we have, and I'm saying that this one is north, but it also might be south, depending on like how all of this is looking. But like, looking at the direction, that would imply that this direction, like, wait, it's this direction for you guys, is north, like to the top there, assuming that it kind of broke down over there. Which would imply that the other character here is probably east. Right, that is like how far we have gotten. And I'm gonna have to try this again with like the whole story that we know about. Because obviously, if I go to the last page, we have a play that we have looked at. The only issue that I had previously was always that basically I am not sure if we are getting turned around in this dark tunnel. Anyway, let's check out the other character. Okay, I definitely wasn't confused there for like 10 minutes underground, but I found the Agora again. And here's the character that I was talking about. They're saying... Direction me, I guess come to me, come to me. You want direction? That makes like basically no sense to me. Still at this point. Obviously we have like the Agora symbol here. Maybe, you know, maybe I just kind of misunderstood the puzzle at the end though. I'm gonna try it like one time before, you know, getting stuck in a loop and checking out every single place. I'm gonna go just into there, and I feel like maybe I just misinterpreted where north was originally, because I generally assume that like if I have a... If I basically look at the screen and they're like, you know, it's like kind of tilted to the side, I'm assuming that top left is north, but it seems like top right is north. I feel like I have to go this way. Okay, now to my theories. I have basically, there are like 2 ways this could work. Either north is always north, but because we're coming from a different direction each time, I'm assuming that that's not quite the case and we're going... Yeah, this would be west still. So to the right would be north currently. And the first bit tells us that we should go to the south. Wait, west, north, south would be this direction. But that doesn't work. Okay. My question is, maybe... Okay, let's repeat. Idiot bard to send... Yeah, the idiot bard sought to send. The idiot bard sought the path. Okay, he found the saw. And then he goes south, probably, right? He's not currently going south. Because that would actually rotate like the whole compass around, right? And we've made it to the like to this next step, but it doesn't really help us here. Then he finds a compass and he goes east. We know that's the same direction twice, like what we assume to be south. And again, like we are going west, and if I'm going this direction, we should just get... We came from the same direction, this time we found this one. And it's like the thing that I don't get, I just don't understand it. Maybe I have to put, like reach like a specific point in here? Because obviously we have like multiple paths here. Okay, We went south, meaning north is to the right. Then we went there. Then it said we go north. So technically we'd have to turn around. Unless we assume that it doesn't rotate, and then north would be this direction. But we're getting thrown out again. And why is it... Like, my issue is that it's inconsistent, which is why I'm so confused about everything. I might just miss... I might be missing like a little detail. Okay, now we went down. So we went... Okay. Maybe we should just go completely straight? No. I still feel like there are only like 4, I'm gonna call them like doorways. Maybe... have to be smarter, because again, we believe it's south. And this is north, so south would still be over here. Assuming that's right, obviously. Or it rotates. Which is like the other thing that I always said, like the camera position kind of rotates. But it doesn't really make too much sense to me, because we're coming from the north currently. And to the south we have like the same lighting. We could also assume that we went to the west direction, and if we want to go south, then this would be south this time. But it also knocks out, like, it just throws us out. And I am so confused about this one fact. Like, if I could see the rules behind, like, what makes us go whatever direction, we could also, like, just, you know, always rotate, like, go another direction. There's, like, nothing to interact with in this area. We do see the source though. Came from the top right. Maybe we can try this again. But again, we are just getting thrown out. Okay, the other assumption will also just be like, we do know about 2 directions. We do know about north and east. Maybe we have south and west mixed up, so we always have to go to the west. Which means that we have to go straight ahead. No. Or the other west, which should also always be to the top. But this also doesn't work consistently enough. And I genuinely do not know why. Also, sometimes... Okay, it's like a small thing, I talk about this sometimes. While streaming. But I basically play without music, because otherwise I can't hear myself. I hear some thumping in the background. And it's getting rather ominous. Which is why I'm kind of listening to it for once. Maybe we just have to be here for a longer, like a certain amount of time before we can go to a direction. Let's check. Okay, this is still not west. I'm still gonna play with like more audio this time around. Instantly up there? No. Where are we coming from? Bottom right again. Gonna go right this time. No. I just have to figure out this rule. It kind of ended with like... Okay, there's like this little, I'm gonna call it like flute melody that we can hear every once in a while. But it seems to just stop, like the music seems to stop and continue at the point where it stopped last time. Okay, we came from the top. We believe that we have to go to the south. We technically went west, so assuming that we go straight. I mean, you could also say that we have to continue straight ahead, but like, we've tried that before. We only have like 2 ways here. I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm gonna have to take like another round. Maybe I'm gonna have to check the underground one. Like maybe I'm just overthinking this, right? Like I like to overthink things. But the issue obviously is that this is the only path we can currently take. So, yeah. Wait a second. You want to ascend. You carry a compass, question mark? So maybe there is actually a compass that we can get. Like an actual one. It's the abbey, it's the fortress. Because this would kind of imply why we're getting turned around all the time. Descent, you're an idiot, yeah. Where would we get a compass though? I mean, we have this one, obviously, but this one we sadly can't bring with us. Yep, you want to ascend. You want to ascend, you want to find a path. We don't want to ascend. We found beauty. Ascending is stupid. I guess. But if we actually need a compass and we're just getting turned around each time, this would explain so much. The only issue is obviously that I don't know where to find a compass. So I'm just gonna check out like every single screen here. Have I ever been inside here? Oh yeah, it's the path that leads around. And once I've found something, I'm just gonna be back with you guys. I mean, I bet it's going to be like in the underground somewhere, because I feel like I have not explored every single door. Oh my god. Okay, you have not seen this, but I have for the last 10-ish minutes or so started drawing the entirety of the underground. And as always, I missed a sparkle in the water. I'm guessing I'm gonna get a compass here. Something shiny. It's a compass. And this one probably is going to... Wait, is this north? No, I definitely misunderstood some of the characters. But it's not a problem because now we can fix it. I was wondering where I would be getting that one. Okay, if this is north... Wait. We can now fix it. If this is north, then what we have said is east is south. And right, wrong key. If this is north, then west is east. Wow, west is east. How great. And that's the correct direction. And now we have all the pages. And now, since we will not be getting turned around anymore, you have completed the translation of the bards language. Whoosh. This is going to make this puzzle so much easier. And my assumption was right that we are getting turned around all the time. By the way, this was literally like one of the last rooms I checked. Like look at this drawing here. Wait. Now, I said look at this drawing, and now I have to actually check where to go. Because obviously this was like so late. We probably want to go to the theater, but here's the thing. This is not even proper Euclidean space, because there are like multiple ways to the theater that are like there's one at the very bottom of my page and one at the very top, basically. Both of them go to the theater, or like the space in front of it, so yeah, that's great. Anyway, I have like a map for when I need it, so this path is going to be so much easier. Just have to go to the left basically and then follow the path. And then, wait, as you can see, professionalism here. And this is why I like to have a notepad in front of me, because I really need it every once in a while. Okay, here, and then I have to go to the left, and then I have to go to the bottom. Yep. And this should bring us to over here, and this should be the actual exit in front of the theater, exactly. And there's like the other one that's like at the very top that brings me to the stairway in front of here, but it would have been like a lot more screens. Anyway, I am so happy that I found this, because it made me, you know, so I guess crazy. It just made me feel crazy, okay? I knew I was missing something, and having a physical compass in our inventory is going to massively help. And now this should be the easiest of puzzles out there. Let's be honest, we just have to read from a manual and we will figure out where to go. Anyway, I definitely enjoy this as an idea, you know. Okay, but we are still spinning though. Does this help us though? So... Wait. This is north. Okay. We wanna go... which direction? Then we go west. So obviously, if north is to the bottom, then west is on the other side. Okay. And now we can finally figure out what that monster is. Okay, next direction is going to be north. But obviously, yeah, we rotate it around, but obviously we can just go north. Ooh. We found a fire. And in the fire we go east. This is north, so east is obviously this direction. Ooh, making progress. We have found the compass. And after the compass we do go south. And south is just the opposite direction. And now we have the sword, and now we're getting close to the monster. We have to go west. And what will we find west? Just straight ahead again. The darkness. Reach the galleries. I do not like that we found a bone here at the end of the stairs. I really don't like this. Some sort of mines in general? I thought the title of the area was the gallery, not the mines. Can we turn around? I would really like to not go here, I guess. Okay, it's just a friendly rat. Hey. I don't know if I should go into the light. Seems very dangerous. And also, why don't we keep our compass? There's a minecart. Oh. So you don't like the light. Okay, so we actually have to deal with the monster. But maybe they just want a hug. I guess they don't want a hug. Okay, so my intuition was wrong. The light is not dangerous in the sense that we can be seen. It's actually helpful in this case. Obviously I just had to check, okay? Sometimes, you know, the monsters just want a hug. And now we know that we can be safe here and just have to find a way around. There's some levers we can flip. You're probably going to follow me where I go. Oh, shining some more light here. Ooh, I can see that I didn't want to leave. That there is a lantern at the bottom. So maybe later on we are going to get like an artificial light. Ooh, we are sneaking here. It's important. I have to say I don't particularly like the sneaking sections, mainly because of the controls. I think that they are kinda awkward at times. Right, like I feel like I would go into open sneaking mode and, like, you know, just as I just did. But like once you are attached to a wall basically, it feels kind of awkward. Okay, now the question is, do I want to go to the next room? I probably want to try to reach the lever. Okay, you've seen me. I can't actually hide. I have to leave this room probably. And now to have the chance again. Maybe I have to go around. I mean, there's like another lever. We could probably reach that one first. Like it would be Nice. Like, for example, I want to go to the wall left of the one I'm currently stuck behind. And I would like to target that one without moving, for example. Okay, I can kind of do that. I feel like I want to go the long way around. You're going to stay inside? Seems like it, okay. Quickly, before they turn around. Ooh. I've turned around here. I really want to flip that lever. Because I feel like just following, you know, that path in the darkness is probably a terrible idea. Can I sneak around quickly enough? Flip the lever. Yeah, okay. I could flip it, but not quick enough. Okay. Maybe now? You just take way too long to flip the lever. Okay. That's probably not my fault. But I just realized that we have, like, obviously dirt over here. Ooh. Throw that a minecart. Okay. Nice that they're teaching me like this. And it means that we can now run away and flip the other lever. Neat. Don't like going into the dark though. And maybe have a little bit of light. Yep, thought so. There's the monster already coming. Well, I'm gonna leave here for just a second and give myself a little bit more. Is that the same one? Is that another one? A little bit more time. Come on. Flip it quickly. Come on. Okay. They have to make it tense, okay? Hiding a lever like this. There are multiple pathways and an elevator. Ooh. And we are learning more about the language. Who? Don't know whose language we are learning though. Is that one of the scientists? We have seen a depiction of them in the warriors area. But I have to say, this might be a very short episode because I will have to cut out a lot of me just experimenting and stuff. But I feel like we should probably cut it here. Next time we discover the secret of the mines. Ooh. Anyway, have a good one and I'll be seeing ya. Till then, bye bye.